Introduce yourself.
I go by the name of Mazin, 215. Birthed me. Put them worldwide now.
Yeah.
You know?
You're doing your numbers the past 2 days. You dropped the project. Got a show coming out.
Yeah.
You're looking good out here right
Appreciate
now.
it.
Yeah. And you're beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So we can jump right into it. How long you been doing this?
About 5 years now.
5 years?
Yeah.
Okay. I was listening to the project last night. Because I've heard your material before in the past. This is a solid project.
Thank you.
It's like you didn't stick to one sound either.
Yeah.
Because it was like, it was a certain, I can't remember which track it was, because I picked it to play too for the day. No, I think it was Around the Way. Yeah. I was like, oh, she got bars too. Like, so you gave everybody everything on this project. Like, it's a roundabout project.
Yeah.
Was that your goal to do that?
Of course. I try to always give myself, because I feel like I'm a versatile artist. Like, I can spit, I can write, I can sing, a little bit of everything. And I try to give, my full potential with every project. Yeah. Well, this particular project, I feel like I really took my time with it the most. And I had really sat with my in-house producers and my team, my manager, and we really sat and got in the studio for 2 weeks, recorded some material, and then we sat like, what makes the most sense? Let's make this project make sense. Yeah. And we came up with 13 tracks that, kind of vibe together. So I came up with vibes.
He named it Vibe. Yeah. I like what it stands for too, what you broke it down for. It was creative. And the artwork too, like everything is like, it jumps out at you. It's like nothing dull about the project, nothing dull about the artwork. Everything is just like going together perfectly.
Yeah.
And that's a good look.
Yeah.
It was like, you even looking at the cover, you like, damn, this shit make me want to click on the play and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but well, going back to your past, being from Philly, as we know, well, some people might not know your history. You were signed at one point, Dream Chasers.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Well, I was doing a lot of moving around at the time. This is maybe like a year after I even started spitting. So like 6 months from me starting, my career, I was on like both radio stations in my city. I was doing shows in the whole tri-state. I was opening up for all the major artists that was coming to the city. So I was moving kind of fast. Not too fast, but fast enough. And I started, doing shows out of town and traveling out of town to network and meet some new people. And I kept bumping into Meek. And Meek, if you gotta salute him on his grind. That's one person that grind hella hard in this industry. So he noticed how hard I was grinding, and it was like, yo, like you really moving, like everybody talking about you, like keep doing your thing. We got back to Philly, and it was our powerhouse, Philly powerhouse, and he called me up that night like, yo, come to the powerhouse. I want to tell everybody like I'm making you the first lady of Dream Chasers. And that's exactly what he did. 20,000 people in your hometown, and he telling me that, he signed me to, he starting a label, and I was the first person that he wanted to put on the label, so it was major. I went on my first tour with Meek. We got music together. I learned a lot from being around him. It was just a dope experience, and we still family to this day. Like, that's still my peoples.
I was, I think it was not this album, the album before that. I was there in Philly. And when he brought out the Dream Chasers and, made everybody known to who he had picked to be down with him. So I was there that night.
Okay.
So once I didn't really check for none of the other artists. I was like, oh, he got a female down with him? I went and checked for you like the next day. I remember that show. It was a dope show. I think Rick Ross was there. A couple people was there.
But you talking about on his tour?
All right, so
he brought us out at Powerhouse, and then right after that he followed. That was his second tour.
Sure, it wasn't one where he had before the album dropped. Like the week the album was dropping.
I'm positive. I know when I got.
So it was there we went to. I remember me and Dre went to that shit.
You talking about? I know what you talking about. He brought us out at the show also.
So it was the same show then.
No,
it wasn't.
Powerhouse is when he announced to everybody that he was starting the label and who he was signing.
But he brought y'all all out at the other
We
show.
went on tour with him, so probably came to the stop that was in Philly, and we all performed.
All right. Y'all was there for that.
Yeah.
I think I was like 10 rows from the stage.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite part of music? Recording, writing, or performing?
Oh, man, I never got asked a question like that. I would say all three, because I take something and I put myself into all three of it. But I started off, writing is what launched my career. I was always good with writing poems, stories, everything. So that kind of, started me off. But recording, I feel like that's my way of life. Like, I get to express myself creatively, and that's where, all the magic happens, from the pen to the paper, and then I give it to my audience on the stage. So it's kind of like a pattern. So I would say all three of them. I don't really have a particular favorite, because I kind of favoritize all of them.
That's That's a dope answer.
Yeah.
Because usually people want to pick one. That's a dope answer.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I mean, I feel like they all cohesive. Like they all kind of stick together. You write. I started off writing. I write for other artists. My pen is
ghostwriter.
Yeah, my pen
Pen game is nasty.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you know, like I take what I write. Sometimes I might go in the booth and I might not write anything. I might just let it come from the dome. But I take what I write and I record it. And then once I record something, what I'm recording, I want to present to the world. So that's what I get to do on the stage.
You want to drop any names of who you pen games?
Of course not.
Yo, they never want to say that. They be like, nah, I ain't fucking up that money. Would you continue ghostwriting now?
I really wouldn't even say ghostwriting. Writing is an art itself. Like it's a part of the music. Period. Like whether you write for yourself or others, like it's a part of art. It's a part of the art of music. So it's not just it's not every form of writing isn't ghostwriting.
Okay.
So I wouldn't just label it ghostwriting.
That's a dope answer too.
I actually have never ghostwritten.
You're a dope artist, yo. That's a dope answer too.
Yeah, I've never ghostwritten for anybody. Ghostwriting is, I don't even get into that. Nobody ghostwrites for me, and I don't ghostwrite for anybody.
Did you ever pen a song for somebody and felt like, damn, I should have kept that for myself? That was dope. Or?
Definitely. You go through that as the balance between being a writer and an artist. You always get those records where you be like, oh, this shit is hot. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if I want to get this up, but it's all with the art. Like some records sound better on, you know, coming from a different artist. Like you may write a full record and think, oh, this for me, and then once you record it, it might be like, nah, I think such and such might sound better on this.
Yeah.
So it's just all a form of, you know, the creative zone, the creative vibe.
Now, do you need a beat to get influenced to write a song? Do you write songs and search for a beat to go to it?
Both ways, but I write a lot. I do most of my writing is weird, but I do most of my writing in the car and in the shower.
Okay.
So I literally be in the shower and think of like bars, like it might be just 4 bars. I'll be like, oh shit, that's hot. Like, and I hop out the shower, literally get my phone, hands wet, do this or record myself, and then hop back in the shower. And then next thing I know, I have a whole like 24 bars, maybe a 32 bar verse just wrote in the shower.
That's dope.
But you know, to remember it, you gotta write it down because sometimes you say something hot and be like, damn, what was I saying earlier? So you know. But that's where I come up with most of my stuff at. In a vehicle when I'm driving somewhere and in the shower.
Coming from Philly, did you find it hard right now to get to this point, or was it like a easy grind, like for you yourself?
I definitely wouldn't say it was easy, but it was worth it. Like I learned so much, and I think I'm still growing as an artist, as a writer, as an artist, as a female artist. Everything. I feel like I'm growing and I'm learning more about myself and the industry. So I'm just taking it all in. But it definitely nothing about it was easy. Yeah. But you know, nothing worth having really comes too easy if you think about it.
Did you look at the hip hop honors last night and be like, yo, I'm gonna be there? Like,
of course.
It was inspirational last night.
Yeah, because most of all my idols were up there. Like I look at I grew up on Eve. Like you couldn't tell me I wasn't Eve when I was 8 and 9. Missy.
You had dope female artists come from out there, because Miss Jade too.
Yeah, Miss Jade is dope. I got music with Miss Jade. And then Missy is like my all-time favorite artist. Okay. Then on top of that, Queen Latifah is like one of my idols. Like I idolize her like to the utmost power. So it was like to see 3 of my favorite people. And then on top of that, I'm real good with Trina. That's my big sis. She done schooled me to a lot. I done performed with her. I got music with her. Same thing with Remy. Remy came home in one of her first interviews. She shouted me out. I didn't even know she knew who I was. So all the way where she was, you know, before she came home, she was listening. She was tuned in. Yeah. Came home and shouted me out. Literally within like 2 weeks of that, she made sure we linked up. So it's like, I feel like with the females who paved the way for me, everyone that I've come in contact with so far, they reach back and it's like, I ain't here, you know, I respect what you're doing, and I'm telling them like, no, I respect what you're doing and what you did, you know, for me to even be here. And it's like all love. Too. Yeah, it's all love with any female artist that I've met yet, new, old, legendary, underground. I haven't had any problems with
no negativity.
Yeah, nothing worth speaking about anyway. Nothing that, you know, everything was all positive vibes from all the females that I came encounter with.
Yeah. Well, y'all got a good line going, because it was Eve, Miss Jade, now you. Like, that's how I feel like who made noise and who reached somewhere.
Right.
Y'all got a good track record going.
Yeah.
Like if you're next, then it's a good torch that's been passed.
Most
Like you're carrying
definitely.
it right,
Most
right
definitely.
now. Yeah. Lula, you've been on tour, as you said. What's your most memorable spot and like the best performance you had like on tour?
The Bay.
The Bay?
Yeah.
Why?
It was my first time even being on the West Coast for one. So how I approached it was like, oh, ain't nobody out here going, really know who I am. I was fresh in the game. And it was weird because I think Lil Snoop was on before me. Rest in peace to my little bro.
Snoop, yeah.
And when he was on stage, I kind of was like, a couple people from the crowd could actually see me like peeking through the thing. And it was like these 5 girls in the front was like flipping out like, oh my God, that's Lee Mazin. And I'm like, oh shit.
They
like,
know who I am.
yeah, so then when I was performing, they knew every single word. And it was just like, damn, but not even just them. The way they took me in, especially being a new artist, that's one of your biggest fears is like a crowd that don't really know you. Like when you want somebody else bill and, it's still a look for you, but it's like, man, they don't really know the music. I got to keep them entertained. So the love that they showed me, like I literally wanted to jump in the crowd. And it was like, just everybody hands up, just rocking with me, feeling the flow, feeling the vibe. And it was like, damn, like when I left the stage, they was still like screaming. And I got so many followers and everything from that particular show. And it was just like, that was probably one of my favorite shows thus far.
That's going to stay with you forever.
Yeah, only because it was like how my mindset going into it. I was like a little bit nervous. I'm not even going to lie. But it was like, the ending result was like, damn, like this is it. Like I'm ready.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the show that was like, you could rock any stage.
Is that when you said you was on tour with Meek?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we touched on it real brief. Why didn't it pan out all the way with Dream Chasers? Like, well, if you mind speaking about it, or if you don't, it's cool. Like,
no, I just feel like Meek was at the point in his career where he was like super busy, and he didn't all the way have the time to dedicate to a label. Then it was like with Snoop passing, it was just so much going on with us as a family that it was like, we had a sit down conversation where it's like, I'm always going to support you, I'm always going to rock with you, and we came up with it together. Like, Dream Chasers thing is more just a movement now.
Yeah.
I'm not really doing the whole label thing.
True.
And I agree. I felt like I was moving independently anyway, like just with the support.
Doing good out here.
I always felt like I moved as an independent artist. I just had that cosign, like I could hit him up, or he took me on tour. He took me my first time out the country, and I appreciate all of that. I appreciate even being around Meek, because you can learn a lot from him, because his ambition is like no other. Like I never been around nobody yet that got his type of grind. Okay. So just to be in his presence and make you want it more, and that's when I feel like it got installed in me, like you want it, you gotta go get it. This shit not gonna get handed to you. So we had the conversation, and it was just like, I already felt like I was moving independently. Like the muscle behind everything was me and my team. So it was like, let's keep moving like that, and let's move. I want to be an independent artist.
What's your name of your company?
Amazing Game.
Amazing Game. All right.
Yeah.
That's the name of the whole team too?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, y'all doing a good job.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. Now, tonight, your show premieres.
Yes.
Season 3.
Yes.
Of Sisterhood of Hip Hop.
Yes.
How did that come about, the opportunity for you?
I actually just got a random call one day, and I thought somebody was playing on my phone, because they called me like directly, and they asked like, where was I interested in being on the 3rd season of Sisterhood of Hip Hop. So I took the meeting, I weighed my options, I thought it out, and I had got a call from Love and Hip Hop a couple weeks prior to that. So yeah, so I just was weighing out my options, and I felt like Sisterhood of Hip Hop would be, a crazier platform, better platform for what I had going on.
Yeah.
And I took the meeting, we set everything up, and then maybe like a month later, I kind of gave them the little runaround up for a minute.
We'll edit that out before we upload the show. We'll edit that out.
I just wasn't all the way positive if I wanted to do reality TV. So I sat down with my team, my family, and weighed all my options, and I thought, it made sense. And I thought the platform would really give everybody insight on how I got to where I am and what I'm doing, to go further.
Yeah. I'm glad you chose Sisterhood of Hip Hop.
Yeah.
And not the Love and Hip Hop. Yeah. Well, why did you make that choice, though, to not do Love and Hip Hop? Let me hear your opinion.
I just felt like Sisterhood of Hip Hop focuses more on the music, and the grind, like the good, the bad, the ugly, the struggles, everything. But I'm not really the drama type of girl. Like I'm more laid back. You know, I like to just make good music, make my money, have some fun. So, you know, I didn't feel like Love and Hip Hop really fit with me. I think is both shows play an effective role in, you know, our entertainment industry right now. So I think Love and Hip Hop is a dope show. One of the highest ranked reality shows ever. So, you know, it was no shade to the show at all. I just felt like Sisterhood of Hip Hop had more going on for what I had going on.
I think, because Sisterhood of Hip Hop, I think it helps every artist that's on there, opposed to Love and Hip Hop, it can hurt you or help you. Because when I looked at the last season, I don't watch the shows like that, but looking at the results, Cardi B blew up, and then I feel like BBODs are dope artists, and they had like negativity thrown at them.
I never really watched the show, honestly, so I don't even know who
you see the
about.
tweets though. That's all I got. Instagram and all that.
I mean, I see it, but I know who Cardi B is. I never really paid attention to the other girls.
Yeah.
I heard of them, but like musically, I never tuned in. And
the other girls, us being in tune with the music out here, the other girls seem to have made careers out of the show, whereas BBOD, they kind of caught backlash and negativity from, and they dope artists. So that's why I'm glad you picked this one, because if you look at the artists that come out of Sisterhood of Hip Hop, they all have made a career for themselves in some way, whether independent or getting co-signed or not. So, and you're bringing a lot to the table because you're definitely different.
Yeah.
So you're gonna bring something to the show that's different. And I'll be honest with you, I never looked at an episode. I just follow the careers of the music of the artists.
Right.
Once I see they're on there, so that's definitely a dope thing. Do you feel like you'll be called back for season 4?
Of course.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're so cocky, confident, of course. And then lay back with it. Why not? Well, I know you got to get up out of here. Any shows you got coming up, or you want to give people your info so they can tune in and check out and keep following you?
Oh, most definitely. My website actually airs tomorrow. So Sisterhood of Hip Hop tonight, 9 p.m. on Oxygen. This is the premiere of the 3rd season. First time that I'm going to be on a show like this, so I'm excited. Vibes is out now. You can get that, like I said, Spotify, my mixtapes, Amazon, Apple Music, all of the above. I got a lot of stuff coming up. You just gotta follow my social handle. So Twitter and Instagram is @LeeMazin. That's LeeMazin. Snapchat is Lee Mazin Live. The website is LeeMazinLive.com. Yeah, everything from there. You type in Lee Mazin and something pop up for you. So just follow my social handle. My website will be up tomorrow to keep be locked in with my show dates and everything that I got coming up.